Well, it's Friday. The sun is shining. What's the time now? 4 o'clock. I'm getting on the train in 30 minutes, going into London, getting on the lash. I hope you're enjoying the weather, everyone. As always, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and don't forget to drop a like on the video. Well. Bit in my earlier, more my thumbnail, caused a bit of a stir. I was out on the road. I was in a rush. And I knew that Bowen would spark a bit of attention. So if you want to call it clickbait, call it clickbait. But Bowen's part of the video. There are rumours about Bowen, like there is with Alvarez, Paqueta, and all these other players leaving West Ham. Just like there's rumours of fucking fictional players like Grealish coming into the club. But people don't call that clickbait because it's what you want to read. At the end of the day, there are rumours out there that Bowen could go. That doesn't mean it's real. I didn't say it was real. I didn't say it was at all. I can see the rationale behind that one. I find that more believable than us going out there and getting Jack Grealish. I do. Because the team that Potter is building is a wing-back system. And the only time that that Bowen really flourished was when Potter changed shape in a game, pushed him out on the right wing, back where he likes to be. And that's when he sort of springs to life. He gets lost up front. He goes anonymous in games. I don't think he's a number 10. He's a right winger. A great right winger. So, yeah, I think there's more. And we know there's clubs that want him as well. But that don't mean he's going to go. It don't. And it hasn't really got anything to do with the Danny Dyer thing either. You know, where he's because, of course, Danny Dyer's got no bearing on Jarrod Bowen's future whatsoever. He made that clear in the TalkSport interview. The one thing he did say, you know, I think he said, what was it? I wouldn't have him going to Arsenal. He said before Tottenham, and then when somebody mentioned Chelsea, he went, what would he go there for? But then they said Real Madrid, well, he's got to go. You know, Man City, well, got to go. But he said ultimately it's down to him. Danny Dyer isn't going to make a decision on Jarrod Bowen's future. He's just not. It's as simple as that. Do I think he'll go? I don't think he'll go. Because I don't think West Ham can let him go. There would be no logical sense in letting him go. Even if he wanted to. And I'm not saying he does. But there's the rumours. But I'll tell you one thing, though. I am proud of you all. Because that is a type of reaction that I got to that video that shows there is a little bit of spirit and a little bit of fight and something that we still love in this fan base. People go off their fucking mash once you mention Jarrod Bowen leaving this club. They lose their minds. I hope you read it, Sullivan. So don't get any ideas. Like I said, I don't actually think that West Ham would want to entertain selling Jarrod Bowen. But having said that, if Jarrod Bowen did decide to leave, do you stand in his way? He doesn't owe us anything. He doesn't. It's a difficult one, that, you know. You've almost got to honour it. If he was to go to the club and say, look, I'm 28, I think it's time for me to go, you'd have to go, well, for what you've done for us, kept us in the league, fucking helped us win a cup. You got to let him go. You got to honour it. So I think it's in his hands, whatever his future does dictate. But yeah, look, I don't know. All I'm saying is at the moment, I'm completely lost with all of the news that's out there at the minute. I don't buy any of it. I mean, we were linked with Jack Grealish a few days ago. He's on 300 grand a week. You know, and the person who linked it then dismissed it about an hour later. Dismissed his own rumour. This is the shit we're dealing with here. It's like Harvey Elliott, right? Now, look, should we be able to sign someone like Harvey Elliott? I suppose so. You know, he's not an established first-team player for Liverpool. We should be able to. But why would you broadcast it? Because he's in high demand. Every step of the way on this transfer, if it's true, right, which I don't buy, if it's true, why would such a high-profile player like that, which would be a real coup for West Ham, would you broadcast it via an ITK every step of the fucking way, keeping every other club informed on what's going on? Because if they are interested, they'll go, well, West Ham are getting quite advanced. We better act. You wouldn't. You'd just shut the fuck up. You'd just get it done, wouldn't you? But I know that's how West Ham do things, but I don't buy it, you know. Harvey Elliott is one, maybe I'm in a little bit of denial myself, because I would be that excited if we signed him. That is a type of signing that would switch my mood. It would. You know, signing Diouf was a good signing. I think that is a really good signing. I like the player. I like the person. It seems. I think he's going to fit in nicely. Carl Walker-Peters is a good addition to the squad. I did say that in the video earlier on. we're going to need cover for right back and left back when the AFCON comes along. I said that in the video. It's good cover. It's expensive cover because it isn't a free transfer. Free transfers are never free. He would have had a lump sum up front, whatever his market value is. Typically, they command 50% of whatever the transfer market value is. So have a look at him on transfer market. If he's worth 10 million, we've given him a 5 million lump. That's how it works. And a massive lump to whoever his agent is. We know who it is. But nonetheless, it's good cover. It's good cover. And there were some good comments in there as well. They said, if you look at it subjectively, sorry, I can't remember your names, but they're objectively, they said, we've let Soufal go, we've let Cresswell go, and we've brought in Kyle Walker-Peters and Diouf. Upgrades. When you look at it that way, that's the sort of comment I can get on board with. That's true. So if you look at it in that respect, then it is true. But I am massively concerned with the other areas of the squad that need addressing, mainly midfield. Midfield is where we've lost it as a team for the last 3 years or so. It needs an overhaul. It needs addressing, and the right players need to go, and the right players need to be kept. You know which ones need to go and which ones need to stay. All right, I do anyway. So I'm hoping that we do the right thing with the likes of James Ward-Prowse. Like I said, if we're linked with which we are linked with that Matías Fernandes, who's a really good fucking player. That's a player that I would get on board with, definitely 100% if we brought him in. Especially if we had him in addition to Alvarez and in addition to Paquetá. I think that would make a massive difference. I just want us to sign someone else. I mean, when you think about it, Billy, whatever his name is, the first team coach, came out and gave a load of talk on the youth players. I'm not gonna sort of read out his quotes verbatim because I ain't got it in front of me. But ultimately, he was saying the youth players will be given a chance, and it's down to them to take it. But we saw how well Scholes and Alford did last year, and we're hoping that these other boys can come in and do the same. Listen, I am sorry, right? But to mention that statement mention Scholes in that statement when the first two players that you've bought were his replacement, who's going to go in the first team in front of him, and a 27-year-old senior left and right back who will play both sides as and when. I just thought it was a bit rich because that's pushed Scholes right back to the back of the fucking queue, innit? But I suppose we will see. We'll see what happens. And maybe I'm wrong as well. Maybe Wan-Bissaka will be the right back and Kyle Walker-Peters will become the right wing back. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is sense to it. We'll have to wait and see. But what is really pissing me off at the moment is the propaganda that's going out there at the minute. Doesn't matter what it is. There's so much news being leaked. You can so tell that Sullivan is involved in this window. You really can. It's just news is spreading like wildfire. You've got like this cartel of news sources that all release the same stories at the same times. And you just, most of it's bollocks. Like I said, Jack Grealish the other day, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? So we shall see, right? We've got Kyle Walker-Peters. We've got Diouf. Is it impossible that we could get Harvey Elliott? Probably not. Probably not. I just don't believe it. I really don't. I don't believe it because we do follow trends of putting links out to players that are kind of, I don't know, the flavour of the day. The names on everyone's lips, especially when they're sort of out there actively seeking to increase season ticket sales and stuff like that. We'll see. I think what I've got to do is I've got to wind it in a little bit. Just take me blood pressure down just a little bit. Not get so pissed off and maybe wait and chill because there ain't long. We've got the US tour starting soon. I think it will all become clear in the next sort of 2, 3, 4 weeks what is happening at this club in terms of what players go, what players come in. Maybe I should just fucking go, right, Nick, stop commenting on transfer rumours altogether. Because that's all everything is. Harvey Elliott is a rumour, regardless who's fucking leaked that, because the person who's leaked that and who's reporting on it also has reported a load of bollocks as well. No one ever talks about the shit that they talk about. They don't get beat when they get players, when they get it wrong, which they do more often than not. But because one of the names out of 100 turns out to be one that we signed, they're an ITK. So I just need to basically sift through the shit. I'm going to calm down a little bit, try and ignore it, and I'm going to try and not suck the jam out of everyone's donut, because I can see that there is hype building in the fan base for this season. People are getting excited. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry if I pissed on your chips. I'm not going to do it anymore this window. I'm not. So if you want to dream that we're going to sign Mbappe when he's linked next week, I'm going to let you dream. I'm not going to come on air and say, stop dreaming. It's all bollocks. I'm not doing it. All right? I'm just going to let it go, and then we can basically assess it once a window is closed. Okay? Yeah. So that's as positive as I can be on it, really. But one thing I didn't do, which I regret on that video, really, which I should have done probably, even I will do. He ain't even signed yet. He's had a here we go. Once Carl Walker-Peters signed, I'll look into it a little bit more, and I will welcome him. I do think it's a good signing for the squad. Fucking expensive for a backup, 90 grand a week. To add to 100 grand a week on Guido, 120 on James Ward-Prowse, 90 grand on Souček. All these backup players, that's 400 grand there a week. When you look at it as well, Diouf, who's coming, he's probably only on 30, 40 grand a week. Well, his backup's coming, he's on twice the wedge. This is why I think that's a Sullivan deal. Because trying to maintain squad harmony, you know, they all know what each other... They've only got to look on transfer market, see what each other's earning. Won't take him long, Diouf, especially if he's a cracking player and he does well. He'd be fucking banging on the door. Say, oi, I want what he's earning now. So it could backfire. That's what I'm trying to say. But we shall see anyway. We're playing a game tomorrow, aren't we, against Zurich. Kerry's out there at the moment. So we'll do a little show on that. We'll report on that as well. Yeah, so look, that is it from me. I hope you enjoy your Friday. I hope I didn't annoy you too much earlier on. I hope I didn't annoy you too much earlier on. But I was annoyed. I'm always annoyed anyway. Do I think Bowen's going to go? I don't. Do I think it's impossible? No. I don't. Because I don't know the person. I think it shows amazing character of Bowen. He must really love this club, is what I'm trying to say. He must really, really fucking love this club if he stays. Because he has got other options. And if he stays, it's because he's choosing to. Because there ain't even any kind of... He's not trying to push his way out or anything like that. If he wanted to go, none of us would stand in his way. He could go. So if he stays, he's a bit of a legend. Because he's staying because he wants to. Which is to be commended. But I don't think it's impossible. He's a legend if he goes. All right? I'm just saying. He'd be a super legend if he does stay. Right, anyway, look. That's enough waffling from me for the day. I'll speak to you all soon. Have a nice evening. I'm going to go and have a beer and try and not get run over. All right. See you later. Come on, you ones.